Welcome TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn how to read data from on-prem SQL Server table and load into the Lakehouse table by using a data pipeline in Microsoft Fabric. So you can watch my previous videos where I installed the data gateway, and then we use it how to read the file from the local folder and then load to the Lakehouse. This is going to be SQL Server. So if you go to SQL Server here and what I'm going to show you, I have one database and the database name is called the TechBrother. This SQL Server is installed on my local computer, and you can see that we have one table called the customer table. And if you take a look on my server name, so that's going to be Amir computer. Now what we would like to do, we would like to read this customer table and load into the Lakehouse. So I'm going to go back here, and here we are in the workspaces. I have sales workspace. I'm going to go to the pipelines folder here, and under the pipelines I'm going to create a new pipeline. So we'll call it data pipeline here, and here I'm going to read on-prem SQL, and then we are going to use the copy activity in this case. Our pipeline is created, and we can go to activities here, click on the copy data, and then add to the canvas and just drag in middle so we have space to work on, and then click on the source. Here you will be going to the more, and once you go to the more, you're going to see different options, and the very first one here is a SQL Server database. In last video we used the folder, so we read the data from C drive. Here I'm going to use from on-premises SQL Server. Now we will be providing the name of our server here, and if I will go to the my SSMS SQL Server Management Studio, I use this @ server name global variable to get the my SQL Server name. So you can use that as well, and here you will paste it, then you will provide the database name. So in this case, TechBrothersIT DB is the name of the database. So we're creating a new connection, and here you can provide a nice name for your connection. In my case, I'm going to say con_TechBrothersDB, and if you want to add something more, so you can say on-prem. That's your choice. Now we will be choosing the data gateway, and here we have a TechBrother gateway. So if you don't know how to install, you can watch my previous video, and here we will be using authentication. You can use the Windows authentication or basic authentication, and different authentication is available for you. I'm going to go with the Windows authentication, and I'm going to provide my name here and then password. Let's not use the encryption connection, and I'm going to leave this to the none here. You can choose according to your needs, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit connect. Once we do that, it's going to create this connection, and we will be able to use in our copy data activity. So it is able to connect to our on-premises SQL Server, and you can go from here. You can refresh, you can test connection if you like. So there are some options available here. Now in this case, we don't have other databases here. You can have a master, or these are system databases, but if you have any other database, you can also use that, but I'm going to use what I have right here. Here you have a table, query, and store procedure, so you have different options available. You can type it manually, or just click right here, and in the drop down we have a table customer. Now that's great, and the next what we are going to do here, we are going to go to the connection again here and go to the TechBrother Lakehouse. That's our Lakehouse, and I would like to create a table, and the table name I'm going to give it is called the customer on-prem, and that's what the name I would like to have for my this in the Lakehouse. You can overwrite, you can upsert, or you can append, so it's your choice. Now what we are going to go to mapping here and import schema, and it's going to read the schema of our table from the SQL Server that's on our on-premises, and then it's going to show us in the destination what it will be mapped to. So here we have our source, and these are different data types for those different columns, and here is our destination and the data types available. You can change different column names and all that. So I'm going to leave everything as is, and we are all good here. We are going to go to home and save, and then we can go ahead and run our pipeline. So let's go to run, and then we can execute our pipeline. It should read the data from our on-premises SQL Server table and write to the Lakehouse. So I'm going to go to the Lakehouse meanwhile, and here just refresh the table, and we should get the notification here soon, like pipeline has been completed successfully, and then we should have a table here as well. Our pipeline is completed successfully. If we want to go back here, and we can take a look here, and now we can click on copy data, and here it is telling us you have read the data from SQL Server, you have run 10 rows, and you have written 10 rows. So to Lakehouse, we can close this, and now I'm going to go back to Lakehouse, and here I'm going to refresh the tables, and we should see customer on-prem table. Click on that table, and it's going to load the loading the data here for the preview, and we should be able to see the data from this table. Okay, here is our data. You can see customer ID, first name, last name, and all those columns that we had on our SQL Server on premises. So it worked great. And just to give you a little bit more, if you remember using Azure Data Factory and you came with the background of Azure Data Factory, you have linked services. Here we don't have linked services in the data pipelines, so you will be always going to the settings here on top, then you will go to the manager connections and gateways, and here you will see those connections. So you see right here we have created the connection con_TechBrothers on-prem, and if you want to rename or you want to make any changes, you can do from here. You can use different authentications, and also change the username and password and everything. Also you can use a single sign-in, and there are tons of other options available for you to use. I'm going to close this one. On-premises data gateways are listed here as well. So this is our gateway that we have installed before even we were able to read the data from the on-premises to the fabric. So you have a complete video there that you can use. Now I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in next video.